The Federal Reserve lowered the reserve requirement to 0%. 0% reserve requirement, essentially making it so that banks could print or lend infinite amount of money. It's Economy Wednesday, and today I'm actually talking about something very important, which is the Federal Reserve requirement, which actually was lowered in 2020 during the pandemic. Conveniently, while the world was in a spin on March 12th because of the news coming out of China about COVID, the Federal Reserve lowered the reserve requirement to 0%. 0% reserve requirement, essentially making it so that banks could print or lend infinite amount of money, which this had not been done before. This basically made it to where the money supply just can infinitely expand, and the reserve requirement, which had limited the amount that banks could lend out, because if it was a 10% reserve requirement, they could only lend out 10x the amount of reserves that they had. So they were limited. But as of March 20th, 2020, the banks are no longer limited in the amount of money that they can lend out by the reserve requirement. So this was a huge change that just flew under the radar for, I would say, most people. And yeah, it's just really incredible that, that we're kind of still riding off this, but, just something worth taking note, because, yeah, it was a huge change for the banking sector, and, not nearly enough people noticed, but I did. I noticed. But yeah, so just something to think about. Next time you go apply for a loan, the bank can just give it to you. If they don't give it to you at this point, it's just because they don't want to. That's about it. But yeah, something to look into.